Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Melissa. I like to be a fly on the wall. I like to buzz through the blinds of the energy on my mind. I want to tune into the collective that might need this message. These messages are esoteric. They're not going to resonate for all of you. So if it doesn't, check out one of my playlists, your sun, rising, moon, Venus, or another collective message. A title or thumbnail might stand out to you. Messages are timeless, and you find them when you're meant to. But let's try to tune in to the collective that might need this and find it. Show me what I need to see. What message is here for my collective energy? Show me what I need to see. Okay, so this message will be for energies that feel like they have been betrayed by love. So when I see this Page of Cup, for me, this is Pisces energy, and sometimes I describe the Page of Cup as being emotionally immature, but they're very whimsical. They see things through rose-colored glasses. They make the best of the situation. They make everything magic, okay? And then we see here this 10 of Sword. So you could feel like you were betrayed by a specific person. Sometimes this is talking about feeling like we're being stabbed in the back by someone we actually put trust and love into. Sometimes when I see this 10 of Sword, it's like you could have felt like you were already in a bad place and you had a knife in your back, and like someone you trusted, instead of helping you through this, actually twisted it or pushed it in even deeper. So let's look a little. Alright, as I'm about to shuffle, I see the Devil, I see the Queen of Wands, there's possible Capricorn energy or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag energy, feeling either used just for the physical or not good enough physically. There could be issues with that. Dealing with, sometimes that Devil energy could talk about toxic bonds, things that we feel like we're holding on to certain people, but it's not. It's because we have this bond with them that can be obsessive, unhealthy. It's Alright, let's clarify. Show me a little more, please, about this. I want to clarify these. Show me why this Page of Cup is here. Alright, so this is something that you feel like you've been through over and over and over and over. I call this 9 of Wands my wounded warrior. The energy that's been through something again and again and again, like in the hamster wheel, and wants to break out of that cycle, is standing here now. Like, I'm ready to like face the demons. I'm ready to not wanting to repeat this. Kind of looking at, is it me? Is it the way that I love? Is it the people that I'm giving my heart to? Some of you, as I'm about to shuffle, I see the Queen of Sword and the Queen of Pentacle. Air energy, earth energy. So this Queen of Sword, you know, they stand up for themselves. This energy has its head in the clouds, but she doesn't. All right, she looks at things from a different perspective. She stands up for herself. This Queen of Pentacle, I usually connect like mother energy to the Queen of Pentacle. There could be something about, for some of you, sometimes when I get this in a reading, or the Empress, I feel like maybe some energies need to like reflect on the relationship that you may have had with your mother, and how that might be influencing how you're seeing yourself or influencing relationships that you're having with other energies, masculine and feminine energies. Oh, and under that's the King of Wands. So, for some of you, you did stand up for yourself towards an energy that you felt, if it could be a fire sign, this King of Wands. But this is an energy that can be proud, can be about the physical, all right? A negative energy, kind of ego-driven. Passionate, all right? Someone could have walked away. I don't know if this is for some of you saying that you are looking at yourself a different way, trying to balance out your head and your, like, your heart and what you feel is stable, like what you desire to have a stable future. I feel like some of you, either an energy walked away from you or you felt like you didn't have a choice. Because for me, this Eight of Cups is walking away. Sometimes feeling like we're being forced to walk away. Like there's still emotions and feelings in the cups. Like here. That could be part of it for you, holding on to the memories of like what you thought love would be, or what you felt or thought like a relationship would be for you. This Queen of Cups, I'm seeing all the queens here, so I don't know if this is for an energy that is coming into their feminine power or needs to. All right, now I'm seeing the Six of Cups. There's something about you being gentle with yourself, or needing to be, to nurture your energy, to save, to realize like you can't take care of anyone else if you're not taking care of yourself, all right? To keep something in your cup for you. And there could be memories from your childhood, or if you have children, you could be feeling like, are you repeating certain things that were done to you? You know, like when you want to give your children a better life than you had, kind of feeling like you might be repeating some mistakes of your parents or things that you experienced. Show me what this Ten of Swords is here about. What is this Ten of Swords about? Alright, Ten of Wands, Justice. So this Ten of Wands is, for me, the energy that's carrying the load. Feeling like they're being given too much to handle. Like, this Justice card here, Libra energy, I feel like this is about feeling wronged. Feeling like you were given certain things to carry that weren't yours to carry. And this Two of Wands, you know, I feel like you might resonate with this in a way where it's like feeling like a certain things that happen in the past with that Six of Cups, things that can't be changed, feeling like some of these burdens you might feel like you might recognize that you are carrying these things and it's not serving you, but you don't feel like you can release these things. Some of you might actually have children or responsibilities that you feel were put on you, that you have no choice, like you can't run away from these things. This feeling of being wronged, and the heaviness of feeling like you'll never get that justice that you feel you deserve, or the balance, either of connections with parent energies, siblings, it could be family, lovers, friends. There could be a struggle here with your own willpower, questioning your own strength, feeling like at times that you're not strong enough to handle the certain things that you feel are coming at you. This Hierophant, This is about commitment. For some of you, this is about a marriage or having children with that Six of Cups, or the memories connected to childhood that are still weighing on you. Feeling like it kind of put you on a path that you feel kind of lost now, not knowing like where you belong. The Seven of Swords. So sometimes when I see this card, like in a reading like this, I feel like you could feel like you can't trust your own voice, all right? Or when you're trying to make decisions about what you should carry, what you should let go of. Some of you could be dealing with, like this Justice card is sometimes about trying to get balance within our own selves. Sometimes I connect it to us feeling wronged, like someone has committed an injustice against us, has betrayed us. You could feel like you've not only been betrayed by lovers in the past, but like the people that you try to love, even feeling betrayed by the higher power, all right? You could feel like, what's the point? What's the point in having willpower, in trying to be strong for what? You know, like almost like you have to lie to yourself. Like this is saying to me that some of you do have to lie to yourselves. Like if you don't believe that you are strong enough to carry the load, that you deserve to feel some sort of peace within when it comes to this, whatever you're connecting this justice energy to, whether it's other energies you feel wronged by, or this desire to be balanced with this, like, to heal, to be able to let go, to recognize the things that, because some of these, when I see the Ten of Wands, I sometimes say this has to do with the load and how we feel it's too heavy for us to carry. Sometimes, depending on the cards I get with it, it's like I feel like the person it's representing, they haven't learned the rights, they haven't learned the skills necessary in order to carry the load. So everything feels like a burden to them. But I feel like here, this is representing someone that feels like they can't see where they're going because they're so overwhelmed with all these things here that they're trying to, I just heard, run away from. So I don't know if some of you are actually not really facing some of these feelings here, all right? Like, some of you don't feel like you deserve to be loved in this way, like what this Page of Cups represents, but it's what you desire, like the fairy tale, the magic, all right? And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But you might be too focused on, so when you're investing, all right, in something like a relationship, you might be so focused on what you want to build, to fill the cups, this Ten of Cups, to have this love. And what ends up happening is Tower, Death card, everything seems to fall apart and it ends as quickly as it's begun. And you feel like, oh, I've been deceived, I've been lied to, I'm attracting, energies that want to take advantage of me, or are taking advantage of me. This could be in love relationships, friendships, family relationships, work, all right? It could fit in all different aspects of your life. It actually, with this Ten of Wands, it could be reflecting that for you. Like, person, take what fits, leave the rest for who it does resonate for. But this Tower tells me that's, all right, so this Tower represents a few things. It talks about how sometimes things need to fall apart in order for us to rebuild them. So it's almost like you're in a hamster wheel where things keep falling apart, and you feel like you keep attracting the same energies, even though you know, you're very loving and giving, and you try to maintain this like positive outlook and attitude, and like working. And I see that here you work on yourself. You do things, all right, to work on yourself. But your focus, okay, where you're investing, it needs to be based or more focused on your journey, giving to yourself, focusing on the things that like, you can't, like we said before, you can't give to others when you haven't taken care of yourself fully. There's something about nurturing yourself, mothering, being the mother for yourself that maybe you didn't have for some of you. If not, it's talking about, I see the Queen of Pentacles as a reliable, stable, grounded energy. All right. This Chariot is about the path that we're on, the direction that we're heading. So it's almost like you're waiting for some new beginning to show you, because like for you, it's like magic. It's like a fantasy. Like, to come into a new job or meet a new person, or like something happens on your path and you see it as, oh, this is my destiny. This is the thing that's going to be worth investing in, and when I do, it's going to create all these new beginnings. And then, but the same cycle happens. So this Tower card is saying to me, if you're resonating with that, this Tower card is saying, like, you continuously build things on a foundation that you see from the start needs to be nurtured, needs to be given energy, needs attention, needs love, needs nurturing in order to develop and to grow into something bigger. But when you're building something from a tower energy, it's already from the start being built on something unstable. All right. Like, there's something that's not... so this Eight of Pentacles represents the work, the time, the energy we take and put into perfecting a single task. There's something that you're not facing, okay? The Two of Swords. This is us closing off our heart and blindfolding ourselves to a truth within. This Five of Pentacles, feeling left in the cold. I sometimes associate it with being emotionally, mentally, or sometimes physically unwell. And sometimes when we don't feel well emotionally, it affects us mentally, or vice versa, right? Those two are kind of connected, or one and the same sometimes. And over time, it does affect our immune system and begins to affect us physically. This Eight of Pentacles is telling me, all right, that you continuously invest in things that you feel like are going to bring you new beginnings, and you put your whole heart and soul into them. But like that Queen of Cups we saw before, there's something about you balancing out and embracing your feminine energy. I don't care what's between your legs. Because we saw all four queens, I feel like. And each one represents something different. And that Queen of Cups that we saw before, you know, her cup in this deck has a cover on it. Because she keeps something for herself. There's something about, I don't know if this was ingrained in you like as a child, to give of yourself. Like if you are physically attractive, and if you give a certain amount of yourself, like to others, in connections, in your work, whatever these relationships are, like that's what you're supposed to do or something. But there's something about feeling like overwhelmed. Like there's too many things that you're focusing on. You have to start by perfecting your self-love, all right? In order to move past, because after the Tower comes the Star card, which is about healing. It's about embracing the wholeness of your own self, in your own nakedness, and just like there's no shame. All of the shame that you're holding on to here in the Tower card, that you continuously build these like what you feel are new beginnings, or new things to put your time and energy into, all right, that ends up burdening you and putting you in that hamster wheel, where you just feel like for every beginning you have an ending. So now for some of you, this is about facing what this means for you, meaning endings, okay? For some of you, it's like you hold on for dear life when you feel like something new is worth putting your energy into, all right? Now, nothing is forever. For every beginning, there is an end, all right? That is just part of the journey. For some of you, this relationship that you have with either, like, things end and you kind of, for some of you, the seed was planted, like the way this behavior that we're seeing here in this reading was planted because you felt like you were abandoned, whether someone actually crossed over, all right, or this is representing endings, not feeling like the relationships that you wanted to put energy and attention into were being reciprocated. It kind of, for some of you, you developed this thing where, like, you don't want to let go. Some of you are dealing with, like, abandonment issues, okay? And some of it is stemming back to the mother energy, because this just fell on the floor. Now, I'm seeing the star card as I'm putting all these back. Now, and some other stuff. Okay. What advice can we give to my energy that might be resonating? All right, let's see what comes out. As I'm putting cards back, I see, like, the Eight of Cups, which is, like, the energy walking away. Listen, there's things that we can't control in life. This, beginnings, endings, you know, there's some things on the path that are inevitable. And we kind of have to learn to be okay with the things that we can't control. Part of this is seeing things a new way, this Hanged Man. Some of this is you being used to being uncomfortable, but you don't realize it. All right? Some of you have a fear of actually letting go, like looking at things differently, because you feel like you've been this way for so long. Some of you have to realize that this five of, I just saw the Five of Coin again, like this feeling of being shut out, being left alone. For some of you, it's like something that you've always felt, and there's like a fear that you'll like not find your person, or that you'll only have, it's like you have a handful of memories that you hold on to, and it's almost like you're trying to recreate those memories. There's nothing wrong with visiting the past, but you can't stay there. It puts you in an unstable mindset, okay? So there are certain things about this card that I feel like for you might resonate. Some of it has to do with the way that you view endings in general. Like, if a relationship ends, it's so final for you. And it's almost like the person has crossed over in some of the relationships that you might not want to. They might be weighing on you with that Ten of Wands energy we saw before. So some of this is being able to let go of things, to realize that you have to be a little bit in the moment, all right? we have to plan for the future. Like, you should plan for the future, but none of us are actually promised tomorrow, all right? And we only really can control ourselves and how we react to situations or respond to things. Like, yeah, there's something about you needing to get in touch with your inner voice to, I don't know if you don't trust yourself, or you just feel like there's a coldness now, or a feeling of expecting people to like hurt you, where you just from the start have your guard up. All right, so look, the Six of Swords is about moving towards calmer waters, leaving certain things in the past. The Emperor and the Six of Pentacles. You need to take control of the things that you are deciding to give to, all right? There are some things that you've been giving to and some people that you've been giving to that are actually beneath you. There's, in this Six of Swords, it's not just, this is someone that is moving away from, like, rocky waters. They're choosing to go towards a new beginning. Some of you, this is saying to me, you do need to physically leave a place that you are in, because it's kind of keeping you in a certain mindset. For some of you, it doesn't matter where you go, you can't escape yourself. So you have to begin by getting control, like seeing that you actually have power within your own self. And that power starts with what you decide to give to. All right, as I'm about to shuffle, I see the Wheel of Fortune. This is about, when I get that Wheel of Fortune and I'm seeing it like this, it's for me saying, you have to make a decision that, like, yes, there are things we cannot control, like in the bigger picture, this, right? Like, there are things that we just can't control, and we have to be okay with that. There's something about you, I don't know if for some of you, you were very controlled in a past relationship, whether it's with a romantic relationship or a parent, because this can represent sometimes the father energy. I don't know if some of you felt like that father energy was absent. For some of you, you had that like weekend dad. They used to come and just, give you money once in a while, with this being here. All right, but this might be part of the things that you need to kind of face. Or like with that Justice card we saw before, there might be certain relationships that you wanted to make right, okay? Like, have a give and take with the person, be able to share what you're feeling, but like, maybe that is not able to happen because the person has crossed over, or because this energy or energies, they are just not in the mindset to be able to communicate in that sort of way, or that could be on your side. All right? Sometimes this is us being very stubborn and set in our ways. All right? So take it how it resonates. All right, the Queen of Swords. And I see on the bottom the Six of Cups. And this is here again. And I put all these back in different places. All right? So there's something about holding on to, this is for someone that has either repeated a relationship that they had, like with a sibling, like you tried to save your sibling and you couldn't, and it's like your or a parent energy, or your first love, or something. Someone that like still has a hold on this cup. All right? It's either someone that you weren't able, like, it's like you repeat the relationship that you wanted to have with this person, did have or couldn't have in other connections. All right? the Queen of Swords. This is about the Queen of Swords. All right. This Queen of Swords. This is like, and we saw these queens before. All right. I feel like I saw all of them at one point in this reading. So, and I just spotted the King of Swords. So for some, this is saying to me that there is a person for you, okay? When I see a king or queen of the same suit, for me, that is either a married couple or soulmates or energies that mirror each other or like reflect one another or are a good match, okay? So if you are desiring that, I feel like I saw that because for some of you, when you are able to heal this and move past this, if you're resonating, that energy is there waiting for you. Love is out there if you desire that partner. But here, this Queen of Swords, this is about standing up for yourself, seeing things a different way. Okay, if you resonated with what we just said about the Emperor energy being a little stubborn, okay, there could be things that, like if you felt triggered by some of the things I said, all right, don't be mad at me. Question why it's making you feel something. There's a reason why. This Queen of Swords, she's looking at things from a different perspective. So I feel like here we're seeing the Queen of Swords facing the Queen of Cups because it's kind of saying to me that you need to kind of face these things you've been hiding. So when I described before about the Queen of Cups, she has a cover in this, not all the decks, some of them you see it's illuminating. We see there's water overflowing from her cup, or sometimes it looks empty, but here it's covered. So there's something that you have been keeping within your own heart that has, it's like that Ten of Wands. It's been emotionally weighing you down, emotionally drowning you, suffocating you. And here, you know, this Queen of Swords, this is air energy. There's something that you need to see differently, that you need to confront yourself. There might be something that you've been kind of holding or blaming another energy or energies for in respect to what we're kind of seeing here. And I'm not saying it isn't, there's not influence from the relationships along the way that have shaped the situation, you know, if you're resonating. Absolutely. But there has to come a point in time, like with that Emperor energy, where we decide that we're going to take control of our own mind, soul, destiny. It starts with how we talk to ourselves and how we see things and how we think. There might be, so here I feel like this is suggesting like part of your healing process is going to be facing yourself, facing emotions that you maybe haven't wanted to, or even things that you maybe didn't realize were hurting you. Some of these things are stuff that you're like, it's not a big deal, but it is. And you've like stuffed it down in a box deep within. Once you're able to kind of confront your own self, and also this is about saying it's okay to love yourself, and it's okay to forgive yourself, and it's okay to either forgive these energies that you're not going to get the sorry from, or decide that they don't deserve to be forgiven. That's something that some energies need to face, like this whole thing, like I have to forgive everyone in order. I don't believe that. Not everyone deserves your forgiveness. So that may be something you need to face as well, like being okay with that and forgiving yourself for not being able to be this energy that you might be expecting way too much from yourself. Give yourself some grace. And because we have here this, it's almost like you're fighting off your own new beginning with this, all right? With the Seven of Wands here. So, and also this could say to me that you need to have a new beginning where you focus on your own stability. Maybe you do need to protect yourself. Maybe the 7 is about taking 7 days, 7 weeks, maybe 7 months to focus on facing yourself. Facing and seeing and asking yourself, why do I want the type of relationship that I want? Some of you, in doing so, might actually find that, like, if stuff in this reading resonated with you, that after you face these feelings, you're not going to be attracted to the same type of energies. You're going to expect a whole lot more when it comes to, like, how you allow others to treat you. Okay? Show me why the 7 is here. So this is about movement. This is about learning new information and utilizing it, moving forward, okay? We see a Page of Wands, we see the Hermit, and we have the Emperor again. So this Page of Wands is here to remind us to be the free spirit, all right? Like, we're talking a lot about the past and a desire for, like, a certain type of future, all right? But the Page of Wands is usually the energy I describe as being in the moment. They're not thinking too much about the past or the future. They're embracing right now. And there's something about that for you to learn, that to find the beauty in the moments, okay? This Hermit energy, there is something about you going, I don't suggest anyone to isolate yourself completely. If you have been in this type of energy, which is like alone, isolated, okay? It's time for you to now regain control and power. Take the things, now for some of you, maybe that 7 is about taking like 7 days, 7 weeks, you know, whatever, a little time to yourself. Because the Hermit energy, the purpose of the Hermit going off on their own and looking within is to come out, seeing the world and themselves a different way. So if you have been in this, like, isolated energy, it's time for you to take back control, all right? If things in this reading resonated, where you kind of embrace there, like that Justice energy, there's a balance, all right? A balance, and even with that Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cup that we saw, there's something about you either desiring or needing to balance out the head and the heart, okay? And recognizing that you have this power within yourself. Some of you may have been bullied, all right? And felt like you always had someone bossing you, kind of telling you which direction you should go. For some, all right, that's what this could be. You could feel like you are a young spirit in an older body, or that you gave a lot of your energy and time where, like, sometimes this Hermit is representing that we feel like old. Like this, I just felt it here, where we miss either, like that 6 of Cups, being caught up in memories of when we were younger and more carefree, or wishing we could go back to that time. So there's something about, if you're resonating with that, and it doesn't matter if, you know, how old you are. Sometimes we just feel, right, like time is slipped away. But there's a certain power that you are going to find from the experiences that you've had. Once you're able to see things differently, all right, you turn this pain into power. When you start to look at things more, like accepting the things that you cannot change and changing the things that you can. And also speaking to your own self with respect. Okay, I just heard that, so someone might have needed to hear that. That is part of this journey for you, like recognizing that you are in control of your thoughts and the direction that you're going, and that these experiences can be something that empower you if you choose to look at them in a different way. Alright, guys, I'm going to leave that there. If you did resonate and you're not already and you want to support my channel, please consider subscribing or becoming a member. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.